Hello, Oscar. Today we're going to read a story from the Pooh series, Winnie the Pooh. And the first story we're going to read is called Honey Business by Lynne Roberts. Should we have a look? Honey Business. One morning, as Pooh was doing his stoutness exercises, he felt a funny sort of poking in his tummy. "Oh dear," said Pooh. "My tummy is saying something." After thinking, Pooh realized that his tummy was saying that he wanted a smackerel of something. The very best something to give a rumbly tummy, thought Pooh, is honey, of course. Pooh went to his cupboard. His honey pots were all empty. "I must find a smackerel of honey to settle my rumbly tummy," he said. Pooh set off across the 100-acre wood. He was on a search for honey. "Where can I find honey?" Pooh asked. Just then, a bee flew past Pooh's nose. "That bee will lead me to honey," he thought. Pooh followed the bee, and the bee led Pooh to a very tall tree. Pooh watched the bee fly into a hole. Pooh's tummy gave Pooh another little poke. "I knew that honey was near. The honey must be in that hole," Pooh told his tummy. He began to climb the tree. Pooh climbed up and up, but he was a bit too stout for the small tree branch. Pooh heard a creak, then Pooh heard a crack, then Pooh found himself falling. Then poor Pooh fell right out of the very tall tree. "Oh, bother," said Pooh. He dusted the dirt from his fluff. Pooh had a familiar feeling. His tummy gave him a hungry little poke. "You again?" said Pooh. "I must think of another way to get to the honey in that tree." Pooh knew that the best way was to think on your feet. He began to walk and think. As Pooh walked and thought, he began to hum a little song about honey. Pooh walked and sang until he found himself in a very friendly place. "Hello," Pooh called to Christopher Robin, Kanga, Roo, Eeyore, and Owl. "Hello, Pooh," his friends said. "Are you going for a walk? Where are you going?" Pooh thought for a moment. He could not remember why he was walking. Then he felt his tummy again. Poke, poke, poke. "My tummy needs some honey," Pooh said. Pooh told his friends about the very tall tree. He told them about the honey and the broken branch. "We can help," said Kanga. "The very small tree branch was much too small for such a stout bear," said Owl. "Perhaps you could fly up to the honey." Pooh liked this idea. He'd stretched out his arms to fly and fell into a mud puddle. "Bears cannot fly, Pooh," said Christopher Robin, "but balloons can." Christopher gave Pooh a blue balloon. Pooh and his friends walked to the honey tree. With the balloon, Pooh floated up to the hole in the tree. He reached in and grabbed the honey. "Hurrah!" called Pooh. He licked the yummy honey from his paw. "My tummy thanks me very much." As Pooh fed his tummy, he heard a very curious noise. This was a new noise, not a tummy noise. It started as a low humming sound. It quickly became a loud buzzing sound. Pooh thought of the bee that had led him to the tree. Buzzing bees flew out of the tree. Their buzzing sure didn't sound too happy. There were so many bees that they pushed Pooh and his blue balloon up, up, up. The angry buzzing bees pushed Pooh and the blue balloon right up into the air. Away went the bees and away went Pooh on his blue balloon. "Hold on tight, Pooh," Christopher Robin shouted to his stout, soaring friend. "I sure hope these bees know the way to my house," said Pooh, as his not-so-rumbly tummy sailed across the 100-acre wood on the blue balloon. The end. Well, he got his honey in the end, didn't he, Oscar? What a lovely story. And he was on the balloon in the end. That was funny, wasn't it? Good night, my darling.